What's up, y'all? We are here. We made it to movie night. We got some shit to talk about. Before we do, I want to thank y'all again for the love. Again, I got like 100 subscribers off of that poorly done recap. I'm such an OCD perfectionist when it comes to stuff. I was not a fan of that recording that I did do. But y'all ate it up. Y'all respected it, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all y'all that continue to drop in the comments. Give me the interactions. Y'all keep thumbsing up the videos. We got 300 on the last two. Let's try and get like 500 likes on the video. Let's continue to push it out. We are getting so close to 4,000 subscribers. It's crazy. Might even hit it by the end of the week at the rate y'all are going. But yeah, trying to get that done before my birthday. My birthday's at the end of the month, but that would be dope. But I thank y'all. Thank y'all again. If you are new here, do it. Subscribe. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here for the rest of this. We're gonna be here for Love Island Games. Stay locked to the channel, but let's go. All right, so we get back from Aaron and Kayla pretty much leaving their situation up there. They walk off. Aaron saying that he's so done with the situation. Kayla saying she did nothing wrong. Liv goes to comfort Kayla. Rob goes to comfort Aaron. Clockwork. They was just waiting. Aaron sitting there trying to downplay what he did, trying to make Kayla out to be as if she's overreacting about the whole joke situation. Yada, 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 yada. Like I said last night, I don't like Kayla, but I don't like Aaron either, but she ain't overreacting in terms of the joke because we then see later on it was not a joke. I don't know why I didn't remember seeing it in real time, but when watching it back in movie night, it's like it was not a joke. And he lied and continued to lie in her face. We already knew he was lying in her face, but it got exposed again. But Kayla then lets Liv know about the so-called joke they were having while talking. And Kayla, pretty much talking about Kayla and Aaron in the shower. Aaron's over there claiming that he can't remember everything. I'm like, shut up. There's certain things that you remember. Like you can't say that you don't remember saying certain things like that. That's a big thing. You purposely saying that you didn't remember it because you're trying to act like you didn't. You're trying to get the heat off of you. But he's now trying to say if there's no trust, what's the point of it? What's the point in us being here? You're now saying that now because you now realize that you're exposed, you're gonna get exposed. So now you want to try and jump ship. You tried to jump into trying to make this relationship happen with Kayla before you could finally have to talk about the shit that you needed to talk about. So now that he can't rush into it because now she has questions, he now wants to jump ship. But the only difference is Kayla, she ain't gonna stand on shit. Like you can literally do whatever you want, Aaron. That's the thing. That's the crazy part. But he says that the reason that he didn't mention it was because it was a throwaway comment. Rob ends up saying that you should understand how it will make her feel like shit, even though it was a joke. Rob is saying that you have to realize it still upsets her. It hurt her feelings. That's how she feels. She's expressing it. Rob is basically telling him, like, you need to take into account that she has feelings. She's telling you this. You need to take it. Like, Rob was giving him actual good advice for once. But Rob and Aaron then walk off hugging, and Aaron tries to lock arms with him. Like, Aaron is more affectionate and more caring towards Rob than he is Kayla. And Serena clocked the fuck out of him later on, and we're gonna get to it because everything she said was true. It's everything we've been saying. But Kenny and Janae, they go and have a conversation. Janae is pretty much telling him that he's her favorite from all the guys that she's been coupled up with. I'm pretty sure that is true. Like we can tell. He's telling her that he wants her and he needs her. He's smiling and she's all giddy, like he's literally gazing into her eyes, looking at her like she is the baddest woman on earth. And that's the way you supposed to. If your man ain't looking at you the way he's looking at her, you need a new man. Let's just keep it real. Because he's giving her the energy that she needs. And I like it. I like it. You could tell he's definitely enamored by her. This is the same look that he's been giving her since he first walked in there and saw her. She's eating it up. She's basically selling herself as the best option outside of the house, telling him all the stuff that they can do outside of the house, what she would do, how she'll keep him in line, yada, yada, yada. He's saying it's the little things that you do, like your presence is felt. So he's pretty much letting her know there's little things that you're doing that I'm picking up on that I really like. And it's just something that I want to be around. It's something that I like. He said there's no bad vibes. He's still sitting there gazing at her. She's pretty much saying that she was devastated initially when he brought girl over here. But Janae is now proud that he did that. And his reaction was mine. He was like, you proud that I brought her over here? But Janae ends up saying that she looked at him doing that as him putting himself first. And she's proud that he at least did that. She hopes that he comes to a decision. So basically she's telling him, like, I'm glad that you at least thought about yourself in the situation. And the way that she put that, I kind of understood. At first, I was like, why would you want him to bring somebody over here? But then again, I see where she's coming from. They're there to have an experience. And even though, because last night I didn't see it that way either, but the way she broke it down here, it made it make sense. Because she was upset about the way that she feels because she had taken so many L's. Last night when she said it, I was like, why are you apologizing for the way that you feel, by the way that he feels? But then again, I'm like, you are kind of true, because if he wanted to explore another connection, he does have that right to do it. But his reasoning behind it was saying that he wanted to test y'all's relationship, which I didn't feel was necessary. But whatever. The way she broke it down today, I understood it. But that's what they say. Kenny's pretty much telling her, like, if there's a recoupling, he's gonna be talking about her. AKA, like, when I start talking and saying my speech, you should know it's about you. And she loves it. Like, she gets giddy. They start kissing. She's saying in her confessionals that she's happy that she feels like they have no longer have anything to worry about. Like, she feels like it's the old times. So they're locked in like this. Rob is pretty much initiating Karen to Karen. And, well, it's pretty fitting for both of them. But Aaron to go pull Karen, Karen. He's pretty much initiating him to go pull Kayla, which I'm like, this is a red flag. This proves everything that we've been saying. This man don't like Kayla. He don't care about Kayla. Because why does Rob have to literally hold your hand and tell you to go do this, go do that, go do this, go do that? Because you don't care. If you really cared about her, you would want to do that yourself. Just like Cordell's doing. Cordell is doing everything in his power to make things right with Serena. Why? Because he actually cares and actually likes Serena. You don't like Kayla because you don't care to do stuff. You don't care that she's hurting. You don't care that she's upset by the way that you're treating her, and the things that you're doing is affecting her. So you don't care. And this bullshit that he's about to spill and spew to her, y'all know it's bullshit. I don't need to tell y'all, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. But Rob is, and I feel like Rob is pretty much doing this to ensure that Aaron stays on the show. Like, Aaron can't stay on the show if he don't have Kayla. But Aaron goes over and half-ass apologizes. Kayla's saying that she's trying to figure out why the stories aren't adding up. You're not really trying to figure that out because you don't care. She's now crying and whining again about how he's saying the same shit to her that he's saying to other girls. I'm like, get them out of here. I'm tired. He then starts performing. When I say performing, he starts fake acting like he's about to cry. And when he threw his hands in his face in his hands like this, he got up and was like, and it was like he was literally starting to laugh and then trying to stop himself because he knows he's full of shit. He knew what he was trying to do. He's trying to put on for the cameras. He's trying to put on for us, thinking that he really cares. Aaron, we see through you. You're very transparent. Like, he then tells her, fuck it. I love you. Bullshit. You don't love her. That was the most poorly executed I love you, just to say I love you, to try and make it believable, but it was not believable at all. Kayla ate it up. She immediately started smirking. I said, you are a bird. You are a loser, Kayla. Like, that's why he's going to continue to do this. He can continue to run all over you because all he got to do is say little buzzwords, kiss you, and you're going to be right up in his lap. And that's literally what happened, like clockwork. He's sitting there saying that he doesn't want to throw it away. He ends up kissing her, and like clockwork, she comes and mounts him. I'm like, you are, get him out of here. She's sitting there talking about hearing him say that he loves her and him saying all this means so much. Then him trying to excuse his behavior from Casa Moore. I'm like, you are stupid, Kayla. You are an idiot. Your parents should be very upset with the way that they raised you. I don't even think they raised you that way. I don't even want to put that on them. They should be upset with the daughter that they have on this show that is allowing a man to literally play in her face like this. She needs to love herself. But then again, this proves it. They don't need to be in a relationship. She don't need to be in a relationship with anybody else because she's so easily gaslit. Like, it's insane. She needs to love herself first. She don't love herself. Because if she loved herself, she would be able to see that this man is doing this to her. And then she should be able to see the red flags. He's literally showing you everything you need to know. And you need to see everything that you're asking. He's literally exhibiting it. You need to take a step back. Look at what you're doing. Look at who you're fooling with, see how he's moving, and then see how you're actually taking to it. The fact that she is literally so easily bent like that, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. But Cordell ends up going to pulling Serena. He says that he does not want to string anybody along if he knows that they're going to make it work. So he's pretty much saying, like, we got to have a compromise. Like, in terms of, like, us going forward, possibly taking this on the outside, we need a compromise. That is the truth. Cordell, I was very proud of him. Very proud of him. because he's young, but the way he handled this conversation, everything that he was stating, very mature approach. Everything he was saying was true. He's saying, and he's touching her and stuff, like he's trying to grab her and like hold her, and she's smacking his hand like, and she's doing it playfully. So you could tell like she's trying not to fold. She's doing what Kayla should be doing. She's making him grovel for it. She's making him work back to her. And he's doing what they are literally what Kayla and Aaron should be looking at. He messed up and he's admitting it. He knows that he did. He knows that he hurt Serena. So now he's trying to make it right. Serena realizes that he is she knows that he's meaning it, but she's trying to make him work and actually make it mean something to her. Like she wants to see him continue to do it, to know for a fact. Like this is reassurance for her. Like if he gave up, she would have been like, okay, well then everything that I'm thinking is true. Him being so persistent about it is going to make it even better for them in the long run. But he's touching on her hand, like I said. He's looking at her titties. She's talking about something. Why are you looking at my titties? And she's telling him not to do it. He's saying, I wasn't even looking at him, but now you made me look at him. It was funny. But he ends up saying that he doesn't like hurting people's feelings and he hates that he hurt hers. I believe him wholeheartedly. We all saw how he was acting. He ends up saying that he wants, if we want it to work outside, we have to be able to work things out. True. He then says he did what he did to see if there was something there between him and Daya. Or not him and Daya, between him and Serena. He did what he did with Daya to see if there was really something there between him and Serena. She then asked if they were making out. He did not lie to her. He told her, yes, we were. I was kissing on that girl. That's all you got to do is be honest. That's all you got to do is be honest. She's telling him that he can't have his cake and eat it too. That is true. He ends up saying that if he breaks it off with Daya, he needs to be sure that the two of them will actually work, him and Serena. He ends up saying like it feels like he's saying that he's in love with her, talking about Serena, but he can't shake the feeling of her standing there alone. Basically saying like, seeing how you were, it hurt me. And it makes me feel like I love you. Like I said, I know that man is in love with her. I know it. Like you just see it. You see it. But he's trying to figure out how to break it off with Daya. And Serena in her confessional, she's standing on business. Like she's still standing on business. Kendall's messy bitch ass, and I'm about to refer to him as bitch ass the rest of this recap. He's now asking Daya to tell him about her feelings. I said, for what? So you can go twist it in her favor to go sabotage Serena and Cordell. That's the whole reason why you were trying to do this. Daya ends up trying to say that she feels like she needs to cut things off with Cordell, and he's talking about why. Like I just said, he wanted her to tell him stuff so that he can then go take it back to Cordell and twist it in her favor. But she literally told him, now I'm done. I don't want nothing to do with it no more. So now his plan backfired on him. But she ends up saying it because they were cuddling whenever they were over there in Casa Amor. Their connection was physical, but not sexual. Again, stop lying. It was. But she's saying that he won't even let her hug him or even kiss him. And she said that says a lot. I'm glad you finally realizing it. Nicole then comes over and saves the day because she goes and jumps on Kendall, pretty much going over there to listen. Day is pretty much asking them if Serena and Cordell are kissing, just pretty much trying to figure out what's going on. But Nicole pretty much cock-blocked. She stopped what Kendall was trying to do because that bitch was fishing. Like he was fishing. But he ends up getting a text stating the hideaway is open. Now the couple has to, the Islanders have to choose a couple to go spend one night together in the hideaway. And of course they choose him and Nicole. I'm like, good, get him out of here. So everybody's happy. They're getting prepared. They're getting the girls are getting Nicole prepared. The dudes are getting his ass prepared. They're getting Nicole lingerie sets. They're like choosing which ones to use. And I hope they did not share lingerie. It looked like that's what it was. That's a choice. It's a very unsanitary choice, but that's them. They head off to the hideaway. The Islanders are cheering them on. Bitch ass and Nicole, they get in the hideaway. It's a nice hideaway. It's like a little small villa over there. They have like their own little jacuzzi, their own little like backyard type of deal. And then they got their own little master bedroom. In there, they got sex toys, they got champagne and fruit, all that type of stuff that you're trying to make the hideaway happen. So Rob, Aaron, Kayla, and Liv, they're all together. Well, not all together. They're together, but separately, having their conversations like they normally do. Kayla goes over there and tells Liv that it shouldn't matter because how Aaron was sitting there telling her like all the stuff that he did in Casa Amor shouldn't matter because he loves her. She's giddy about it. Liv is eating it up. I'm like, y'all need to love yourself because you're literally willing to overlook something because he told you that he loves you, and you don't even know for a fact if that's actually how he genuinely feels. Like, you should be able to see that he's doing that to shut you up. He's doing that to make sure that you don't continue to stay on his case, so he has to fess up to what he did. Loser. But Liv gets in her confessionals and says that she's happy for them, but she hopes that he proves it with his actions and not just his words. He's not gonna do that. He's already proven with his actions that his words don't mean shit. Kayla ends up saying that she's worried about the sex sucking, and I'm like, it probably will. Like, look at the two of y'all. Kane ends up trying to go work on Sierra now. Because Sierra's over there talking to Daya. Daya gets him and walks away. He pretty much asks Sierra how she's doing with Miguel. She pretty much says it's nothing. Like, I'm single. So they're talking. He's getting to know her. He's pretty much saying that him and Liv are not really connecting on a romantic situation. They're more friends. Sierra's pretty much saying that she wants a best friend. She wants somebody that's goal oriented. She doesn't care what type of goal you have as long as you're working towards something, you have a goal. That is a very valid point. Like, that is a valid point. If you don't have something that you're working towards as a grown adult, I feel like that is a problem. Because, like, if you're just going through the motions and you're just comfortable with where you are, I can't be around people like that. Friend, romantically, I can't be around that. Like, how can we make each other better when we're not working towards a goal? So that's a valid point. I'm glad she said that. But she then says that she don't like childish shit. And I immediately started laughing because I kept thinking about her crying about the breakfast shit, not getting breakfast. That was so funny. But she ends up talking about how she ain't got no roster back at home. He's saying that he would hope that she doesn't. And she's attracted to him. He's attracted to her. That's clear. Daniela ends up telling Liv, Daya, Serena, and Ice Age, and I'm going to stop calling her that because it's mean. It's so mean to say it, but Catherine. But she's pretty much telling them that she heard the boys saying that Kane likes Sierra, basically telling this to Liv. It was horrible editing because I don't know if y'all caught it, but Nicole was in the corner of the shot that they had of Liv. And Nicole was over there in the damn hideaway. So it's clear they clipped it in wrong. But because they then switched it back to another shot and you see Serena next to Liv where Nicole would have been. I'm like, that just don't make no sense. But Liv is pretty much Sierra's still over there talking and telling Kane that he was catching her eye and she was noticing that they had eye contact during the recoupling and she was not trying to act on it because she didn't want to feel disrespectful. Whatever. Kenny ends up pulling Catherine and pretty much tells her he got to do what's best for him. She said, I don't expect you to have an answer, but she asked him, like, do you feel like where you're going? Like, between me and Janae, where's your head at? He says, yeah, I know where I'm going. He starts nervously laughing. He's talking about how it's a difficult decision for him, but Janae is where his mind is at. He said he likes her, but I would like to keep us as friends. Like, I would much rather us be friends than continue to do this. There's that. Kenny done claimed his territory. Janae done won her man back. So there you go. Miguel and Serena. Did I say Miguel? Was it Miguel and Serena? No, it was Miguel and Leah. I don't know why I put Serena. Miguel dresses like he is in a 90s R&B music video. Like, he got the do-rag, the rock turtleneck with the chains. Like, this nigga literally dresses like he's back in the 90s. It's so funny, though. But he's pretty much telling her, like, the person that he's getting to know is way more than the person that the people are seeing. Talking about Leah is just, he's seeing a different side of Leah, which is crazy because he sees another side later on. But she loved hearing that. He's pretty much telling her that he's got to go with what he feels. His gut is telling him that he wants her and he wants to continue to build with her. She starts laughing excitedly. She's saying that she's happy because he's been so honest and open about everything when he's coming in there, which is true. He's been open and honest about what his intentions are when it comes to getting to know these women. And the fact that he's literally telling Leah now that he's all in on her, I believe it. The way that they were sitting there acting and stuff, like, they just seemed comfortable. It just seemed like it was right. But then again, I keep thinking about what he was saying over there to Sierra. But then again, I'm looking at these two. They clearly have more of a foundation than him and Sierra did. But everybody's getting ready for bed. Sierra ends up filling Liv in on what Kane had told her about them not really connecting on a romantic situation. And Liv says, "Thank you. I'd rather hear that from a pretty girl than an ugly guy with horse teeth." I said, "So why are you with him? Like, why did you couple up with him if he's so ugly and has horse teeth?" But it was funny. Rude, but funny. But the next day, everybody's waking up. Leah ends up asking them how they feel Kendall and Nicole's night went. Somebody said nasty. Serena and Daya end up having a conversation. Daya, this is when she started to really show her ass. Daya says that she's gonna pull Cordell to cut it off. And she says, "I'm being petty and I am so petty, but I'm gonna tell him he can't break it off with me. I gotta break it off first because I'm breaking it off first." And she's, to me, the way I took it, she's trying to throw that in Serena's face. Like, I'm trying to cut it off with him because I don't want to deal with him no more. No, you trying to cut it off with him because you know he's about to cut it off with you. You realize now, because you haven't gotten the attention that you thought she was gonna get, and you now see that he really likes Serena more than he likes you. You now want to do it because you want to save yourself the embarrassment. It gets crazier later on, but we're gonna talk about it. She's now talking shit about Cordell to Serena because she ain't getting the attention. And Serena is literally looking at her like, "Bitch, okay." But Daya, she now is trying to slick rile her up too, like with Serena. She's sitting there saying like, if she was open to it, aka open to fucking, they could have gotten a lot further along. Like, I'm like, you need to. She then says that she told him like we needed to reel it in. I said, that's a lie. Cordell was telling you that y'all needed to relax, like relax, chill down. So she then ends up saying that he's keeping her on standby just in case anything doesn't work with, or whatever he has going on with Serena doesn't work. She then tells her that she can do whatever she can with she can do whatever she wants with the info, and she wishes her the best. Serena said, "Ciao." But Daya is now claiming that she does not want Cordell anymore in her confessionals. She says their connection is done. They don't even have the same connection that they did in Casa Amor. I said because it was strictly based off of sexual tension. Y'all fucked up. You fucked up because y'all didn't even talk. Like I said in my previous recaps, and somebody in my comments said like they probably had conversations and it wasn't shown. Possibly, but this just right here proved what I was saying. They didn't build no foundation. Like what what's her name? Sierra was saying, like, you gotta have a best friend first. And I've been saying that all the whole season. That's why I feel like Serena and Cordell's connection is a lot stronger because they built a friendship first. Like they like each other as people first, outside of building a sexual connection. Him and Daya didn't have that. All they had was sexual tension. Like he was not getting nothing from Serena. So when Daya comes in there and immediately is throwing it on him, he's a man. Of course he's gonna entertain it. Like, why would he not? But Serena says she's not understanding why he came in here acting like they were locked in. Because Serena was up front even with the guys. Bitch ass and Nicole, they come back from the hideaway. Everybody goes up to them excited. The boys end up going off on Kendall, or going off with Kendall. The girls end up going off with Nicole. Everybody's getting the down low. They fill them in on the hideaway. Nicole ends up basically saying in PC terms that she got the full experience, aka she got the. Kendall's over there letting them know that they was doing it too. Both of them enjoyed it. So bitch ass was putting it in and Nicole was getting it. So good for them. I don't like him, but good for them. The girls start screaming. The boys over there screaming. They all excited because if this is the first couple in the house that done got some. But he's talking about how if a dude comes in there and I'm talking about bitch ass. He talking about if a dude comes in there, he gonna tell him to kick rocks. I said, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do shit because Rob had you folding when he pressed you. You ain't gonna do nothing. And the niggas that come in there, if they do come in there and try to press her, they know that you ain't gonna do shit because they watched you not do shit. Like, be for real. But Aaron ends up telling them that he had told Kayla that he loved her. I said, you're literally sitting here trying to steal his moment. That's what you're doing. You're trying to steal his moment thinking that America's gonna eat it up. Like, you a loser. But Cordell ends up going to pull Daya to talk. He's like, I want to talk to you. She said, I'm going to talk to you. I want to talk to you too. I was going to pull you too. He says, yeah, I need to talk to you. She said, I got to talk to you too. She's butthurt. She's trying to beat him to what she knows he's about to do. Leah is sitting over there with Serena watching it, telling her he's about to pull her. He's about to do it. Serena said, no, she going to do it because that's what she told me upstairs. So they sitting over there watching it. Cordell goes over and starts trying to break it off with Daya. And Daya starts cutting him off with her hostile ass, pretty much saying, I don't want to get to know you anymore. I feel like you've been very disrespectful. Said that you left me on the back burner to see if Serena will take you back. And he's lied to the both of them. I said, you just mad because he don't want you. And you know that now. It was not an issue before. He wasn't disrespectful before. You was A-okay with him moving the way he was moving. Until you then realize, no, he really got these feelings for Serena, and now I'm about to be kicked out of this island. That's why you mad. That's why you mad. But Janae ends up this was fucking hilarious. Janae joins Leah and Serena. She got these shades on. I wish I had my shades in here. She's sitting there watching it too, and the faces she made and the way she tilted her head down with the shades like on her nose. Leah was me. Leah was like, you are a meme, like a literal meme. So she ends up taking a picture of Janae with her face tilted. It was hilarious, hilarious. But Janae ends up saying, let me go join in. Let me go join the fucking party. But Cordell was over there telling Daya that he wants to pursue Serena. Their connection is way stronger than what they have. He knows where his head is at, and that's what he wants. He was straight up and honest with her. Daya says that her interpretation of them coming into the villa was that he was going to have a conversation with Serena, but still get to know Daya. That, I believe, is what happened, if I remember correctly. But the whole gist of the matter is you're just mad because it doesn't benefit you anymore. That's just what it comes down to. She's now snapping and going off on Cordell. Leah, Janae, and Serena over there looking. She then walks away, causing a scene, screaming and going off on him. She then comes back to the three of them, sitting there saying, he's so disrespectful, talking to Serena. He's so disrespectful. He's trying to have the one up on me. No, you trying to have the one up on you. You trying to have the one up on him, but he beat you to it. You just mad because your pride is hurt. You just mad because your pride is hurt. But she then says that she walked away because she's not having a conversation with a child. Now he's a child. You're 27, 28 years old, coming here trying to throw it on quick on this and lay it on quick and thick on this 21-year-old. You weren't thinking about him being a child then, but now he's a child now. But the funny thing is, the most ironic part about it, you as the grown adult was the one looking like the child in the situation. He was not looking like a child. He's handled every situation, even with Serena, even though I was backing the way she was doing it. He was very mature in his approach with how Serena was acting. He was very mature in his approach with how you was acting. So you're not going to sit here and say that this boy is a child because you mad because he literally made his decision and you wasn't okay with it. You were the one that was acting like a child. Like, be for real. And then she goes over there pretty much trying to talk tough with them, pretty much talking down on Cordell. And they just sitting there looking at her like she's stupid. She walks away and tells Serena, like, he's yours. You can have him. You never had him. You never had him. Serena told you you could have him the other day. Serena, the ball was in Serena's court. It was never in your court. But she goes and walks away, and Janae says, I'm telling y'all, it's ghetto in here, and I'm loving it. Serena was chuckling, and I was dying. But Kane and Liv have their conversation, pretty much Liv addressing how she feels about him pretty much going and telling other people about how they lacked a romantic connection and how it hurt her. He ends up apologizing for how it made her feel, and he sees and acknowledges how he could have went about it differently. They hug and go on. Cordell ends up coming to pull Serena. She says no. And the way she said it was so serious. He was like, okay. And he's about to walk away, but she gets up laughing because she was joking. Everybody's watching them walk off. They head off to the dock. They're sitting over there talking about it. He pretty much tells Serena, I just broke it off with her. He's then pleading his case, saying, like, where does this mean? Like, what does this mean for us now? I just broke it off with her. What are we going to do? Are we now going to work towards fixing this? She said, I don't know. He's then telling her again, I fucked up. I made a mistake. She said, you made a mistake? He said, I made some mistakes. He knows where he went wrong. He's admitting to doing what he did because he likes her. He said, it might not seem like it, but I do. And I want to show you that I do. I want to build. He's doing what he's supposed to do. If you really care about a woman, this is what you're supposed to do. But she ends up saying that it wasn't one mistake. It went on for days and days and days. Serena, we get it. We get it. But then again, I like the fact that she's making him work for it. Honestly, because she knows what she's doing. She's trying to get that reassurance within herself because she's doubting him. Which, I mean, he did what he did, but it doesn't help the case because she was already wary of him being a Mr. Yes, I do this, I do this, just like feeding her bullshit. So she's trying to see if he's genuinely being true to what he's stating. But it gets to the point where he's pretty much still asking her, like, are you going to give me a chance? She's like, give me a second. He's like, I'll give you a second. He gets up, still pleading his case, kisses her on the head, walks back looking at her. She's in her confessional saying that she feels numb because she really likes him. Like I said, you can grow to like somebody. She might not have liked him at the beginning. She was playing in his face in the beginning, but you can grow to like somebody. You can. People, I wish people would understand that. People saying, well, she don't like that man. She don't like him. Yeah, she probably didn't. She didn't. We all said that. Like, she didn't like him at the beginning. But the more you get to know somebody, the more you start to understand them, you can grow and develop feelings for somebody that you didn't like. Y'all acting like that is completely unheard of. It's not. But she's saying that she doesn't know what to do. She's sitting on the dock crying. They got the best storyline. Once they get it together, they're winning the show. They are winning. There's no other race between them. Like, once they get it together, they're literally building the best storyline. They started off where she was like not giving him the time of the day. Then she starts figuring it out. Then she ends up curving him. He then goes over to Casa Moore, starts flipping it on her, comes back with the girl. She's now upset because she now realizes that she has feelings for him. He comes back realizing that he fucked up and made a decision that now is possibly going to end it for him. He then starts groveling back to her. They have these spats. She's now standing on business. He's now coming in and putting in all this work, letting her know that it's you that I want. She knows it. She's trying to get the research. They literally are building the best storyline. Like, be for real. Liv is feeling Serena and Nicole in on the conversation that she had with Kane. She gets emotional because she feels like shit because she keeps lacking these connections. Everybody's saying it's just not working with her. And she's like, what is wrong with me? They're telling her there's nothing wrong with her. She's just strong and she intimidates men. Janae and Serena, they go and sit down. Serena's downloading her in the conversation. She starts silently crying. Janae ends up bigging her up, trying to tell her not to cry. She ends up getting a text. Movie night time. This is what we all been waiting for. Everybody shook. Janae says that she's going to hold Serena's hand through it all. Serena's anticipating it. Daniela is nervous because she know her lying ass is about to get exposed. Aaron is telling Kayla that she knows everything from his point of view and starts kissing all on her just to distract her. That's what he's doing. But we get to movie night. Aaron is pretty much talking about how what did he say? He said there's something out there about everybody that you wouldn't want to see. I said, nah, nigga, there's stuff out here about you that you don't want people to see because you've been lying. You've been trying to hide it, but you know it's about to come to light. What is done in the dark always comes to what? Light. The girls are knowing everybody's going to be in the hot seat. Aaron's continuing to tell the boys that he told her everything. Lies. Serena feels that tonight's going to be very telling, and Cordell says it's going to be very eventful. They all head down there. As you already know, they get trivia questions. It's girls versus guys. Whoever answers it correct gets to choose the movie. The boys won the first one. They choose the movie called Idle Hands. This is the handshake shit with Aaron and Kayla. They showed them doing their handshake. Then they show Daniela and Aaron doing the same handshake. So then they show her getting on top of him, hugging him, and him kissing her on the cheek. Kayla sitting there talking about that's wild. It's literally the same thing we did. Leah's pressing him, saying, like, just own it and apologize. The girls are literally tagging up on him, agreeing. And he's sitting there eating popcorn aggressively, mad because they're clocking him on it. The boys end up getting the next one correct. They choose the movie called Bitch Perfect. It's Liv, Rob, and Kayla talking shit about Leah, about the Andrea shit. Liv and Kayla ends up saying that Leah was the one rooting so hard for Andrea to go home. Leah said, that's crazy, Kayla. Kayla, she didn't have that tough girl act when she said that too. It's funny how Kayla, when she, like, in that scene that they showed, she was trying to act tough. Like, she's trying to act like Liv. Liv is naturally tough. Kayla tries to act like she's tough. But when old girl was pressing her in that moment, she was not giving her that energy. Leah then asked how she heavily swayed the decision for Andrea to go home. Liv then tries to speak. Leah cuts her off. That would have pissed me off just like it pissed Liv off. Because I can't stand when people cut me off. Liv says, if you want me to explain it, you need to allow me to speak. So she then starts speaking and telling how Liv was heavily swaying it. Serena's pretty much going to bat for Leah because Kayla's going to bat for Liv. So it's 2 versus 2 at this point. Leah gets up hollering. Liv's going back at her. Leah starts screaming to Liv to shut the fuck up. She tells her to shut the fuck up again. Liv shut the fuck up again. Miguel is not liking the side that he's seeing of Leah. Leah's pointing, and as she's pointing, talking about the stuff that she's doing. Serena is right here. Kayla is right next to Serena. Liv is pointing. She's not even near Kayla. Yes, she's pointing like above Serena. But when she does that, Kayla starts jumping back like she about to hit her. And Serena, I'm glad Serena said it because she was literally acting like a Kayla, acting like a Karen. The shoe fits. But Serena said, "Stop being dramatic. She's not gonna hit you." Kayla sitting there acting like she literally sitting there acting like Leah's about to hit her, and Leah says it's giving white woman scared. But Janae ends up saying that y'all are better than this. And she's not lying. Y'all are better than to be sitting here arguing and doing this. Liv then tries to get hype on Janae. Serena says, let's not do that. Let's not get hype on Janae now. I'm glad Serena did that. Kayla says, we're not getting on Janae. Serena said, I'm not even talking to you. I said, thank you. Like, shut up. Shut up. You need to worry about Aaron. You got all this energy for other stuff instead of your dude. The one that you should be having this energy for. But Leah ends up saying, believe whatever you want. Yeah, I said it. Are you happy about it? And then she starts tearing up too because you can tell she's upset. But the next movie, the boys won this one again. It's The Wingman of Casa Street. I said, it's Kendall's bitch ass. It's his time to get exposed. He's sitting there telling them, they showed the clip of him telling Cordell coming in, telling them about the first kiss that he had with Daya. They're jumping up and down. Cordell saying that he feels like a piece of shit. And they're showing Kendall being messy, instigating it, telling him that he shouldn't feel like a piece of shit. And then they show him doing the same shit with Daniela, pretty much instigating the stuff with Daniela and Aaron. He's sitting there laughing, and Kayla saying it's not funny. They then showed him also saying that Daya has given you so much in a short time, light years ahead of what Serena did. Serena said so. She pretty much said what I've been saying the whole time. What I said in the last one. Kendall is the bitch. It's clear. He's the bitch. I said, yeah, he is. He's the bitch. But Kendall's sitting there trying to plead his case. Serena says, save that shit. Like, literally, save it. Like, we see who you are. He's sitting there now trying to make excuses. Serena is telling him that he's messy. Serena's saying everything that we all been saying. The girls are getting on to him. Liv is saying, you're 28 years old. You need to act like it. Like, being 28 and being this messy as a man is crazy. It is. It's crazy. But Nicole says, like, he told her that all he said was that they had a good connection, but he never said all that shit that we just saw. Serena said, yeah, because he's been doing the same shit in here. I said, exactly. But the next movie, the girls end up winning that one. It's called Wet Hot America. It's the video that Kayla got about Aaron and Daniela when they was on them beanbags when he was playing with her feet. But this time she actually got to see what actually happened. And they showed him making out. Daniela sinking in her chair. They showed Kendall's bitch ass getting turned on by them kissing. That's what it was. He was all like, why are you reacting like that? Like, you turned on by it, which is weird. But they end up showing Aaron saying that he can't stand up for 10 minutes, aka because he brick his shit. Like, that kiss did something to him. And I was like, I wonder if he's had this experience with Kayla. I doubt it. It's clear Daniela got him more right. I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say. But the girl's mouth hit the floor when they heard that. But then they showed the shower part where he asked her, not in a joking manner, he said, you want to go get in the shower? And Daniela said, you said it, not me. She didn't say it. Like, he was the one that did it. Like, he literally got exposed for lying to Kayla. He's sitting there saying it was a joke because we were sitting there talking about it. No, y'all wasn't. Y'all wasn't talking about you and Kayla in the shower. You came out your mouth because you hot. You was hot. You was bricking shit. You wanted to get in there and get it on. You wanted to get your nut off because you already at that point where you can go get it off. And you wanted to do that. Like, I'm so glad he got exposed. I'm so glad he got exposed. I'm so glad Kendall got exposed. Kayla's sitting there talking about she don't even have tears to cry about the situation. Keep surprising me. I said, you shouldn't have no tears. You should be dehydrated from all the times that you done cried. But she's sitting in her confessionals crying, speaking bullshit. But he's sitting there claiming that he's sorry. She's saying it's always sorry. I said, yeah, it is always sorry, but you always going to accept it. Like, you going to always look past it and continued to take him back. But the next movie is I wrote this down because they gave some stupid answers. The average amount of time for foreplay. They said 30 minutes. I said lie again. Because then the girl, and then they bullshit them and say 58 seconds. The girls say 6. I was in the same boat as the girls. I was like, foreplay typically don't last no more than 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. But the answer was 8, 10 minutes. I was like, that's interesting. That was interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about that. But the video they chose was She's Just Not That Into You. We all knew it was Serena, including Serena and Cordell. They showed a clip of her at the very beginning of the season talking about that Cheez-It shit that Cordell said when she was asking, like, what are your long-term goals? What do you want to do? When he was talking about he wanted to be an actor and he wanted a sponsorship with Cheez-Its, which was funny. But they show her and Leah pretty much talking about it, her talking about how she wanted to jump on somebody's bones. But people can grow on her. And I said, it's true. People can grow on somebody. You can grow on somebody. Like, I could not like somebody and end up liking them. There was nothing wrong about that. But she saw the video. It wasn't that bad. They all saw it, and it wasn't that bad. Cordell didn't take it bad. Serena knows, and pretty much said, like, I didn't know if you was joking about the cheese shit or not. Like, when you said it on the first conversation, yeah, it's kind of weird. But the next movie is, the boys won that one. It's The Devil Wears Overalls. This is when Leah was talking about Rob crying like a bitch when they had their first little altercation. Not altercation, I don't want to say that. Their first little spat. And she pretty much was saying like he was a bitch and he's crying and all that stuff. And his feelings were hurt. You could tell his feelings were hurt. I don't care because you just as nasty. Like, you be talking shit too. Like, you be talking Cash Money shit too. But all of a sudden, it's Leah is the only one that's doing it. Like, Leah's the one that's so terrible for talking shit when you do the same stuff. You do the same stuff about her. It's an eye for an eye. So I didn't feel bad. But Leah's trying not to laugh, looking at Serena, who's also trying not to laugh. I was trying not to laugh. Aaron decides that he wants to put his Superman cape on and go to bat for his boyfriend. So he starts saying that he was getting emotional in front of you and you calling him a bitch. Leah said the reason why I called him a bitch was because he was sitting there crying over the fact that he had to choose between two girls. That was not a lie. Aaron says, no, he wasn't crying about that. He was crying because he's expressing his emotions because he saw that you was upset. I said, no, he wasn't. He was performing. He was performing. Like, that was the truth. Serena has the line of the episode. She said, this is the most defensive I've seen you. You got more defensive defending Rob than you've ever done for Kayla. I said, clock it. Clock it. He then says, of course, I'm going to back Rob when he's getting emotional. Serena said he can speak for himself. I said, exactly. But my whole thing is, too, you backing Rob when he gets emotional, but you don't ever, ever, ever cater to the girl that you fucking. Well, you ain't fucking her yet, but you claim you trying to fuck her. The girl that you like this with. The girl that you're trying to build a so-called relationship with. When she's emotional and crying all the time, you don't cater to her. You don't try to make it better for her, but you trying to make it better for Rob. We all know that he don't care for Kayla. This was proof. But Leah ends up apologizing. She said that it was hard to watch. She doesn't believe that he's a bitch. I said, you do. Stop lying. But Rob says it's fine. He doesn't hold it against her and thinks she's a great person, but then turns around and says that he likes Leah, but he doesn't trust her anymore. He says that he gets the tweet now. I said, so you twisting that knife in now. You trying to act like you are trying to turn the leaf and be a better person and trying to make her feel better about herself. But then you turn around and stick that dagger in about that tweet that America said about her in the challenge last night. So I'm like, you just as bad as she is. You shady as fuck. But you could tell she was upset by it. He's saying that he felt alone because Leah was only worried about herself, and he felt alone because he was crying and she wasn't consoling him. I said, you were performing. He then mentions him jumping into the pool. I'm like, yeah, because you was crying for attention. Like, you literally was crying for attention. That's why you went and jumped in the pool the way you did. And Tammy Talks, if y'all don't watch Tammy Talks, which I'm sure y'all do, I love Tammy Talks. But the way she did this, that's literally what he was doing. You was doing that, like putting your hand under there, knowing that they was watching you to get attention. You wanted attention. She didn't give you the attention that you was looking for, which is why you were upset. Leah's standing there was sitting there all tense. And you can tell like it's hitting her. You can tell that she genuinely values how he feels about her, which I think is crazy. But that's the end of what we got there because we got a two-parter. We got more for movie night on Thursday. Y'all let me know what y'all's comments are, which I know y'all are gonna do. Drop it down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this. Kayla and Aaron look like some mess gonna happen. We know they're gonna end up back together. But movie night tomorrow, not tomorrow, Thursday. But like I said, drop the comments down below. Thank y'all again for subscribing. If you got all the way through, you are so real. That's what's been helping get the video out as well. Y'all watching the videos all the way through, it helps push the video out. Thumbsing up the video, dropping the comments down below. It helps push the video out. But thank y'all again. I've been talking for 45 minutes. I'm tired. And I will see y'all on Thursday. Peace.